Hello and welcome to Heather's Hypothesis. I'm Heather Reeve. I'm a seventh grade life science teacher. I'm a mom and I'm an essential oil enthusiast. And I love sharing different essential oil blends that I experiment with, and I love getting scientific about each of the oils in them. So with that being said, let's get directly to December's blend, Gingerbread House. So you can make this blend with 4 cinnamon bark or cassia, 3 ginger, 3 clove, and 2 black pepper. Yes, black pepper. We'll get to that later. Gingerbread House is the perfect blend for December because, if I'm being honest, one of my students specifically requested that I make and diffuse this blend to set the holiday theme in my classroom. So if that isn't the best reason to make this blend and share it with you, I'm not sure what is. So shout out to that special student for being my inspiration. I'm hoping you know who you are. I already told you in person. So let's talk about why each of the ingredients are so effective. And I'd like to start with cinnamon because I use cinnamon bark for this blend. I know that you can also use cassia, which comes from a different part of the bark of the tree. But I tried cassia and I feel like it's more earthy. To me, it has by earthy, I mean it has sort of a dirt smell to it. But that's just me. Everybody smells something different. I feel like cinnamon bark really adds a spiciness to the blend that goes well with the ginger and the clove to make that gingerbread smell more than just cinnamon. So I'd like to get scientific a little bit about the main organic compound of cinnamon, and that's cinnamaldehyde, which sounds bad, but it's actually a good thing. This is what gives cinnamon its flavor, its color, and it also happens to be what repels insects. So insect repellent, which is interesting. Side note, recently, one of my favorite drinks, LaCroix, came under fire because they said that it had cockroach repellent in it. And my students were asking me about this, and I said, I'm clearly not concerned about this because I'm still drinking it. The truth is, even things like cinnamon are insect repellents. So yeah, if somebody wants to try to bring a lawsuit against LaCroix for using natural flavoring like cinnamon, sure, you could label that an insect repellent. So the more you know, right? All right, so let's move on to ginger. Ginger, this oil is amazing for helping if you have indigestion or nausea. That really comes in handy this time of year when I've eaten more than I should at holiday meals, and that happens more than I would like to admit. But it's also a versatile oil for cooking that can be used in a variety of things, not just a lot of Indian dishes or anything like that, also in sweet or savory things. So clove is the next one. Something that surprised me most when I first started learning about essential oils was the fact that clove has the highest antioxidants of all the oils, all of them. But this is really good news because this means it prevents oxidizing agents from destroying our cells. And what are oxidizing agents? I'm so glad you asked. In the body, uncontrolled oxidation is typically caused by high reactive molecules known as free radicals. You probably have heard that somewhere around skincare. Oxidizing agents, free radicals, are things that have the ability to oxidize. Yeah, duh, right? But that means to take away electrons from things. And in other words, the cells become unbalanced. And when a cell is unbalanced, it's the same as being damaged. So there you go. And molecules such as DNA are needed for cells to function properly. And if too many of these cells are damaged, which typically happens in the DNA first, the cell can malfunction. It becomes unhealthy and creates more unhealthy cells. Or if enough damage happens, it can die. So this is why antioxidants like clove are important. So they can prevent or reduce this damage. They fight these free radicals. So thank you, clove, which is going to antioxidize all those free radicals for you. So get you some clove if you don't have it, because 'tis the season. Final, this is like the secret ingredient, is black pepper. This is what I always use when the blend just doesn't have the right allspice smell to it. sort of gives it that last, for example, doTERRA does not have nutmeg. And anytime I think like I need nutmeg, black pepper actually makes that smell more spicy, appropriately spicy. So this is another oil that's high in antioxidants, so it's perfect for this time of year when you're wanting to keep all those seasonally nasty microscopic organisms like colds and flu away. Get you some black pepper. So fun facts to complement the gingerbread house blend. For all the oils in this blend, you need to avoid contact with your eyes and ears. These oils will burn if you get them in your hand and then rub them in your eye. You can't apply any of these oils neat, which means you can't put them directly on your skin. You'll need to use a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil, or just look up carrier oil. There's a million, but you'll mix that in a roller bottle if you want to apply them topically to your skin. Diffusing them doesn't really pose any issues unless you somehow splash them in your eyes from the diffuser, but don't do that. Okay, put the lid on that thing and don't slosh it around and don't move it around and you'll be fine. Don't splash it in your eyes. So maybe that wasn't such a fun fact. I know I said fun fact, but it was probably more of a cautionary tale. Either way, you're welcome, because you're going to enjoy not having these oils in your eyes and ears this holiday season. And as I close this hypothesis out, I'm going to share something else with that my students made me promise to say. And I quote, "If you liked this video, please mash that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel." Have a great month, and I'll see you next time on Heather's Hypothesis, where I'll be sharing a blend inspired by cold weather.